Stephen Bunting, what an incredible year, 12 months. I'm losing count of everything that is going on in your life. TikTok, darts, it's almost like you're an influencer now over a darts player. Bahrain won it. Den Bosch, finalist. Winmore, quarterfinal. You can't win it all, but you're banging form, aren't you?
Yeah, no, having a really good tournament, to be honest, in the Masters. I was really happy with the performance. Obviously winning in Bahrain and runner-up in the Dutch gives you a lot of confidence to push on. And like I said, I'm playing the best out of my life at the minute. I keep saying in many interviews I'm doing, but I really believe that. And I'm riding on a crest of a wave and I'm absolutely loving it.
2015, the last time you were involved in the Premier League. How good does it feel to be back?
It's amazing, to be honest. I've got to pinch myself. Obviously pushing myself up back into world number 5 and not far off world number 4. The way the form's going at the minute, and just to be back in these big arenas. The flight this morning, 35 minutes, and we're over in Belfast, and I just can't wait to get going.
Then you run in the airport, start belting out titanium, or just go like, Mum, there's that man.
There's a few people like that, but it was just, I think it was just so early in the morning, but I had a lot of selfies and stuff. There's been people, obviously, around the hotel and stuff asking for selfies and that. And it's brilliant, to be honest. Like I said, the profile of darts at the minute is in a massively special place, and it's great to be a part of it all.
You've been on the darts circuit for so many years now, and we've mentioned playing the best darts of your life. Did you always believe that you would get to this level, or was there a period in your career when you were like, do you know what, I gave it a shot, maybe I'm not going to reach finals and majors, or I'm not going to get to the latter rounds of the Worlds, I'm not going to be back in the Premier League?
I think the latter. Obviously, there's been times of doubt in my career. Definitely 4 or 5 years ago when I considered walking away from the game and stuff, and the form wasn't good. Just feeling down at home, taking it out on the family, locking myself away, depression and stuff like that. But now, obviously, seeing a sports psychologist, hypnotherapist in the past, and it's really helped me, change me as a person. I look at every positive now throughout the game, not just at darts but in life, and it's made me appreciate it a lot more. Obviously, getting back into the top 10 in the world was a massive achievement, and just pushing on now, keep doing what I'm doing, and just really enjoying it, to be honest.
We touched on mental health there. If anyone that is listening to this is a darts player that is out of form and is going through tough times, what advice would you give for them to get their game back on track and to feel happy again on the hockey?
Just don't feel afraid to go and look for something different, like the hypnotherapy, the sports psychologist, stuff like that, and just never ever give in, because I'm proof there that obviously even in times when I felt like I couldn't throw a dart, to where I am now, well number 5, the self-belief I've got now, the confidence and everything else, I'm a different person. No longer do I go home and lock myself away in a room. I'm back home, family guy, on the PlayStation, having fun with my children and spending quality time with the family as well, and always got a smile on my face. So yeah, that's the advice I'd give. Just never ever give in.
And it's showing as well, because you're playing the best stuff. You mentioned the family there as well, and it's like when the camera pans onto your young son, and it's like they're so proud of you, mate. They're so proud of you, and it just must make you just like look back at the highlights, being like, I'm really like doing them proud. And a lot of people are sort of like humble, and you're such a humble bloke. But
yeah,
like,
no, I think family is a massive part of my journey, to be honest. And obviously, when I look off the stage, when things aren't going right, or whether they are, he's always there, he's inspirational, and he's on TV more than me, to be honest. I'm going to start looking for sponsors for him, to be honest with you. But no, he's a special person, and he really does get me through. Obviously, Theo now is in this world as well. He's 3 months old now, so family's really good. Management's brilliant. Fan base is great. Social media is unbelievable, and long may that all continue. And like I said, while I've got a smile on my face, I'm dangerous at darts as well.
The form on the hockey's been unbelievable, and we spoke about this before we hit record. The social media, man, is unbelievable. I saw you beginning of the week, Royal Rumble. I thought you were fantastic against John Cena, doing backflips in the gymnastics. Alan Brazil, talkSPORT breakfast presenter. I mean, Al's movement isn't very good. But have you got any tips for him if he were to do some tumbling or some gymnastics? Because you're a pro. You're like the next Simone Biles.
Yeah, just make sure you stay in the gym, keep yourself bench pressing a couple of £100, and yeah, you'll be fine. It's just I'm really flexible, and as you see in the Royal Rumble video, I'm quite strong as well.
How are we going to take your game to the next level? Do you think you can match Littler commercially, like over the next 12 months?
I've got a great fan base. I mean, that isn't the plan. The plan's to match him on the hockey more than off it. But yeah, I've got to look at after darts as well. I believe I've still got probably 10 years left in the sport at the top level. I believe I'm, like I said, riding on the crest of a wave, playing the best I can play. But I want to win titles as well. But I think people know me more for the TikToks and the socials than being a dart player as well, which is crazy. But yeah, it was all started as a bit of fun, but now it's part of who I am, and yeah, the fans seem to love it.
I know a lot of people during the Worlds, especially when you played Littler as well, the fist bumping and whatnot, and people having a thing or two to say about it, but it's just a respect thing that always goes on the hockey. Even if you're playing in a pub, you're playing at someone's house, or you're playing on the grandest stage. Do you think some people are overreacting? Because obviously you're so close to Littler as well. But you remember MVG versus Michael Smith? When MVG had missed the 9, or Michael Smith had just gotten to the final 1-4-1, they gave each other a fist bump in the greatest leg of all time, arguably. Do you think some people are overreacting when it comes to sort of like the palliness?
Yeah, no, I think so. We actually see each other more than we see our families, to be honest. We're always on the road. We're always in the tournaments together. And like you said there, I've known Luke since he was maybe 10. So I've known him for a long time as well. He's literally from the next town along from me. I grew up watching him in the academy and stuff, and I've known about Luke Littler for a long time, that he was going to be. Obviously, we didn't know how special he was going to be, but we knew he was going to be a special talent. And yeah, I've got a lot of respect for that, for everything he's doing for our sport, bringing new sponsors in, new eyes on the sport, the demographic of the sport's come down. And yeah, he's a great talent, and long may he continue to play great, because obviously people are watching him firing it up. But at the same time, I still want to beat him whenever we play.
You've always got to have that competitive edge, don't you, no matter who you're playing. Well, opening night, Rob Cross. What is going on between you two? Like, you can be absolutely everyone, but your record against Crossy, is he playing a mental game with you? What is it when you step up to the hockey to play him?
I don't know. I think yeah, he's very gritty, and he doesn't give you much, and I think that he always seems to play his best game against me as well. So obviously slightly different tomorrow. I'm so ready for the game anyway, but I'm really looking forward to it. I won't really think too much about him. I'll think about what I can do, my good things in the game, and make sure my good things are better than his good things.
Well, the savage thing about the opener, and you'll know this as well, are you going to have one part of your brain in Belfast and the other part of the brain at Anfield? Carabao Cup semi-final, mate. Arne Slot's first season. You want to get over the line both in Belfast and at Anfield as well. What is going to be going through your mind? Is it just going to be pure darts, or is there going to be a little piece of your brain that's thinking about Anfield?
Oh, there'll definitely be a piece of my brain on Anfield. I had tickets as well for the match, and unfortunately PDC wouldn't let me rearrange the game with Rob, so I'll have to be here instead. No. All jokes aside, hopefully the boys can do a great job and get through, and who knows, maybe I can go to the final then.
Listen, 4 potential trophies for Liverpool. Potential of the quadruple: Premier League, Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Champions League. Would you take, obviously this is your livelihood, this is your job, Liverpool is your football club, people live and die for their football club. Would you take 0 titles this year so Liverpool could win the Premier League and Champions League?
No.
Quadruple?
No.
Ah, God, he might not be a very safe man around Liverpool.
Yeah, no. I don't think I would. I'd win the trophies and then give me trophies up for all that. But yeah, I'm not giving my career up.
Have you managed to meet Stephen Gerrard yet?
No. There was rumours that he was coming to Bahrain. for the darts, and we were all really looking forward to it. Even Chris Dobie, a Newcastle fan, was looking forward to meeting him. And one thing or another, he didn't come, and obviously he'll probably be back in Liverpool now, won't he? We're leaving his job, so it'd be great to meet him one day. Obviously, I did something with talkSPORT yesterday and met Robbie Fowler, who we've exchanged messages before as well in the past. He sent me signed Robbie Fowler shirts, which is amazing. He was one of my favourite players growing up as a kid. And even Tony Bellew as well, big Evertonian, but I still didn't want to say not too much to him because he might have chinned me.
Yeah, walking across Stanley Park and all of a sudden Tony Bellew's coming at you is not what you need. Listen, yesterday, Luke Littler, Warrington Wolves, naming the stadium after him for one game. Surely St Helens got to do the same for you, no?
No, that was special, wasn't it? Obviously, he's a lifelong fan, and obviously goes all the games. It's very difficult for me to watch the rugby now. Obviously, I live in St Helens, and I have done for a long time, but it's so difficult to get to watch the games, St Helens, but I love the team, and obviously when we're not playing, I'll watch the games and keep up with the results.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.